Well, guys, we don't often talk about BBC Question Time these days, but the attempted damage control this BBC act tries to go on deserves a video, and also the fact that Ben Habib is spitting out pure truth that many people are too brainwashed to see. For many people, the BBC and media tosspot spit out tripe and they go along with it, as we've seen for 2 years and even in the past 2 months actually. Take Liz Truss and her tax cuts the media vilified, which then spurred members of the public to start attacking. Yes, the media literally got the public to hate tax cuts, which have now turned into tax rises they'll moan about when they hit. It's literally clown world, and that is shown in this little clip that we've got here.
Actually, I'm going to defend Liz Truss. It is absolutely right. Brave. It is brave. It is brave.
And also, Ben, what do you make of the response you got to that?
Well, fair enough. I mean, Liz Truss was utterly defenestrated by the Treasury and by the Bank of England. Now, I want to put another. No, it did not. The Bank of England printed £500 billion worth of cash when Rishi Sunak wanted to lock down the economy. It printed £500 billion of cash without blinking.
Rishi Sunak did not want to lock down the economy.
Rishi Sunak, your government, locked the economy down, and the Bank of England printed £500 billion.
I think we're getting slightly far away from strikes. Are they justified?
I
tentatively would suggest.
And Liz Truss was trashed because there was a problem with pension funds because they'd over-leveraged, and the Bank of England wasn't prepared to buy more than £20 billion worth of gilts. Liz Truss had the right idea. You cannot get out of this problem without growth. The only way for wages to go up, the only way for debt to come under control is for the economy to grow. That is the only way. You will not do it through austerity. You will not do it by sitting on people's wages. You will not do it through higher taxations. We have borrowed to the hilt. Taxation is as high as it can be now, and the UK is destined to enter a doom loop in the economy unless the Tories can get a grip of growth.
So, did you notice the people laughing at the start of that compared to the applause at the end? The BBC laughed while the public cheered. That is very telling. Now, him pointing out the fact that what Liz Truss tried to do was railroaded by the Treasury and Bank of England is actually correct, as is the part where he calls out Rishi Sunak's £500 billion borrowing spree to lock down the country. This, I'm sure you heard, had Fiona Bruce interrupting him while claiming he's getting off topic talking about strikes. This, as you know, is damage control, pure and simple, because he's bloody right and both are actually related. If we didn't lock down while borrowing $500 billion, then we wouldn't have mass inflation and all the other shit that gives unions the excuses to call these strikes. This is what Ben Habib is trying to say there, which you can see by the Conservative MP's arsehole puckering up tighter than a snare drum. You know is bloody true.
That is the only way. You will not do it through austerity. You will not do it by sitting on people's wages. You will not do it through higher taxations. We have borrowed to the hilt. Taxation is as high as it can be now.
There we have both the BBC and Tories running damage control because someone decided to spit a bit of truth on TV. Both are just as guilty for lockdowns and the damage done over the past 2 years, so running damage control is not surprising, but they should be called out every time they try to do it.
Where